I initially started taking these courses here at UF, I wasn't sure that I was going to continue teaching in the science classroom. I was thinking maybe I would go an administrative route. I would say that these programs have renewed my interest in teaching science by giving me new skills, new teaching techniques, and making science more interesting for me with the cutting-edge types of technology and techniques that we're seeing here.
There's a dramatic need for professional development for teachers, especially based on the fact that there's so much current research in the biomedical sciences. And teachers are locked into the classroom, they're teaching students, and they don't always have the time to keep up with everything that's going on. So a professional development program like the Bench to Bedside and other programs are unbelievable opportunities for teachers to stay focused and to get rejuvenated and to renew the information that they have so that they can answer questions their students have and stay current with new techniques and modern technologies.
Well, the ICORE program and the Bench to Bedside are both my first professional developments in a number of years. And I'm an experienced teacher of 25 years, and it's been invaluable in my classes. I've gained so much knowledge to bring to the kids. And not only that, just rubbing shoulders with people that are like-minded. It's been really a neat experience to be able to do that. We kind of get cocooned in our classrooms, and being able to speak with people that understand what you're talking about has been an excellent way to enhance my teaching.
These programs in biotechnology help us tremendously because they give us the newest information that we can bring back to schools. There is no other way to really obtain them in one place at a short time and to get all the information that you need that you can then bring to your students and give them a valuable experience.
I believe the need for content-rich professional development programs is pretty significant. Just talking with teachers, learning different techniques that are out there that are being discovered or that are being used in today's professions and today's academic pursuits and things like that is really important. And it's important not only for the teachers to learn that stuff, but to understand it well enough to bring back to their classrooms and to use it in their classrooms.
There's a tremendous need for important professional development such as Bench to Bedside. So many times teachers are involved in in-services and other trainings where you walk away and you don't have anything that's going to enrich your classroom. With the program, the Bench to Bedside program, we are constantly taking things home that are going to be able to help us to provide more experimental research in our class, computer research, and just really make those real-life connections to what's happening with cutting-edge research and be able to get our students interested in that and help to make science real to them.
There's a great need because as you go on in your teaching career, a lot of science changes, and I feel as though programs like this will keep you up to date with a lot of the material that's out there, that's coming out, that's new, that's not in the textbooks. And so it's a great need.
I went through the emergent pathogen workshop, and I got so much out of it that I presented to the classroom that I decided to come back to this. The main reasons I'm doing this again is because, number one, I get a lot of knowledge, but it really excites the kids and it makes them want to learn more because it is such an awesome information that they're getting, and they're not just getting the normal textbook information that other students may get.
Every time that I come to one of the trainings like Bench to Bedside here at UF, I'm able to take so much back. I have increased the level of labs that we are conducting, so we're taking the laboratory experiences that I've been able to have here and transfer those to my student.
I think there are several ways that benefit a classroom teacher. One is the equipment lockers, which provide equipment to the students that we wouldn't be able to get otherwise. Classroom grants, which provide us with funding that we wouldn't be able to get otherwise to buy materials, possibly consumable materials that we wouldn't have money to pay for year to year. The faculty presentations of labs that are brought into the room are amazing, and it's done by somebody who might have actually written that curriculum, or at least is very familiar with it, which helps a lot. And also, I think it improves teacher perceptions of teaching. It brings new skills to the table, helps with attitudes in general.
My students will benefit in a number of ways. First off, the University of Florida provides us with materials and a multitude of resources online, hands-on activities, all sorts of resources for the classroom. Further, my knowledge has grown substantially, so I'll be able to answer questions my students have that previously I wouldn't have known the answers to and would have had to do a little more research.
The school that I'm at is reasonably underprivileged in a lot of ways in socioeconomic and demographics. The ICORE program and the knowledge that I've brought to them is being able to really lift them up a standard that they're not necessarily accustomed to. They're capable of it with a little bit of tweaking, but the information that we're learning is pretty exciting to them. It's state-of-the-art, brings in kind of futuristic learning that they're not accustomed to, and so things that we've been learning to bring to them has been really a neat way for them to get excited about science.
Students will benefit tremendously from this involvement. First of all, they're getting the latest of the scientific research and they get to use it in the classroom. So many of my students would like to get into biotechnology and they want to touch the materials, they want to know how to do it. Many of them would not otherwise get it until they're way in college, and I think we're doing a disservice to students by not allowing them to look at the field in the high school.
Campus visits are probably my favorite thing because it exposes students that normally wouldn't be able to go to a college campus, and exposes them to what a day would be like if they took a science course. And then you can show them around the campus and show them students that look just like them and show them that this is a possibility for them. And so just getting them onto the campus for them to feel what it would be like to be a student, I think is probably one of the most beneficial things I've gotten from this program.
The classroom visits, number one, it provides the students with the materials that they would usually not get. But number two, they get the information from a person that is a doctor, that is in the field, which gives it more credibility and excites the students about all this information a lot more than if I would present it to them.
Over the last year, I've done a campus visit to do JSEHS, the Junior Science Engineering and Humanities Symposium, which was a great experience for my students and for myself to see the level of competition that was out there, and also for my students to start thinking about writing scientifically and building logical types of projects that they could present here. I think that benefited them, more than we'll ever know. They had a great time. I had a great time.
I am excited about putting together a field trip to bring students up here to UF. A lot of our students are interested in attending the University of Florida, and I'm interested in my students going into science fields. So I'm excited about arranging some sort of lab visit in addition to a hands-on activity with the scientists here, following which my students can tour the university campus and the medical or biotech labs. So I think it's a fantastic opportunity, and I'm very much looking forward to getting that set up for this year.
Professional developments that have this level of content, knowledge for science teachers are rare, and there need to be more like this. It's very valuable, even for someone who is relatively new out of college, such as myself. Science moves so quickly that we need to have professional developments with a strong content base in order to keep current.
We have several ways of getting the equipment to the classrooms that isn't there normally, the guest speakers, the resources that we have available through the e-learning site allows me to have a wide variety of media, different ways of teaching that, again, if without the program, the students wouldn't be able to have the variety of teaching styles that can be brought to them through this program.
The Equipment Locker program is very exciting because I can go onto the website, fill out a form in a few minutes, and know that in a week or 2 weeks or whenever I decide, the university staff will send the equipment that I need that I can use in my classroom, including instructions, including the ability to call someone and get help. So I don't have to invest large sums of money, or frankly any money, and yet my students will have access to some fantastic resources. Very exciting.
The equipment lockers are wonderful because they're shipped to your school site. They have all of the equipment that you need in them, and you can do a lab with your kids with very little preparation. So it's basically a lab to go.
It's just livened up how I feel about this school year. I'm ready to get back. I'm ready to infuse some of the new information into my curriculum, and I think it will have great value and benefit to my students.
If I hadn't come to this program, I would not have been as excited about teaching science as I am today. I wouldn't have known about the opportunities that CPET has offered us, and I think that ultimately the students wouldn't have gotten that rich content that they're getting today. And I'm constantly reevaluating the way I do business in the classroom as a result of these trainings.
I think programs like Bench to Bedside and ICORE through the University of Florida are just very rich in the biotechnology and the science that's going on.
Professional developments that have this level of content, knowledge for science teachers are rare, and there need to be more like this. It's very valuable, even for someone who is relatively new out of college, such as myself. Science moves so quickly that we need to have professional developments with a strong content base in order to keep current.
There's no way to identify how fantastic a program like this is. I've been to many different professional development programs over the years, and honestly, I believe this is the best, highest quality program I have ever attended. and I've been all over the country. So this is a fantastic program.